meters away from the Vipers line. Gurias on the attack. Across now to the left, they work the ball. This is Jackie Marcus, long ball across field, a floater into the hands of William Aquila, who came back in field again. Got away from 1-2. The third line picked him up and they put him to ground as well. Still 6 meters away from the Vipers line. Kabange across field, he sends it. Then they keep the football alive as it goes all the way across, and it's gone to ground. I don't know if that was touched by the Vipers. Play on, says the referee. And he's not going to restart play, so he'll play that it was all right. It went backwards, and the Gurias will play a 10 away from the line. Back towards the left now. They work the short ball to Simon, and he's held up and almost over the line, a meter away from the line. They'll play the football here. The Gurias back now on the fifth tackle across field, and then there's the crick that's gone across straight into the hands of the Vipers underneath the uprights, and there's a chance gone.
Well, the Gurias are not being given any room to move here in this major encounter in Port Moresby this afternoon. And the Vipers on their way to celebrating a big win this afternoon. It's simply the same scoreline in Robala a fortnight ago.
So we see back with live action though, and across now to Raggi, and he comes back in field, gets away from 1-2, and they close him down as we see 12 away from halfway now. The Vipers with the football. They're starting to slow proceedings down here. Across now to the left, and taking the football up now is Timothy Lomai, and Lomai 6 meters away from halfway. Is where he'll play it. Now they fire it across the left, but there's an error in there somewhere where the referees picked up something. And that'll be a change over according to the refs. So the Gurias will get the football as they play at 5 inside the Viper territory. Gurias work it forward. 31 meters away, now towards the right, the short side as they work it that way. And again, the Vipers defense is there, still holding at this late stage as Bradley Simon plays the football across now to the left. Go the Gurias through Weninara, and Travis Weninara is up to the 20-meter line. That's the Vipers 20. And then back now towards the left. Rodney Pora kept the ball alive to Kabange. He sends it on to Marcos. Jackie Marcos throws it one way, then another, then went back across, and the defense is there, and they managed to put him on his back as well. So 8 meters away from the Vipers line, the Gurias. Panyu back in field again to Pora. Pora away from one, can't get away from the second as they chop his legs from under him, and he's held. And now 5 tackles gone. They're still 4 meters away. They can't break this Vipers defensive line. Quick hands is what's needed. They've done that, and then out wide, but there's no one home. The chip over the top to nobody in particular. An Indian cleaned up by the Vipers, and they turn defense into the attack. Up the left-hand flank they go, and over the 30-meter line. So 31 out from their line. The Vipers will play the ball on the kick return.
Very good piece of play, giving no room for the boys from Kokopo to make any penetration whatsoever in their danger zone.
A bit of action happening in the crowd in front of us, but anyway, there's more action happening on the field as well, as we see the Vipers with the football working it forward and up towards safer territory on the middle of the paddock. They play it now through Dick Knapp and across field. There's the mud patch, there's centre field. It's the Vipers with quick hands. Now they've got numbers to the right here. The ball slipped out and gone to ground. Can the Gurias pick it up? They do. And they work it forward now through Francis Panyu. And Panyu is 6 away from halfway. Dummy half going himself there. William Aquila. Still 4 meters away. Kabange dummy half across there. Long ball thrown across by Panyu, but it went forward from Jackie Marcus rather, and that went forward. So nothing going right for the Gurias this afternoon, no matter what they try.
Nothing whatsoever. It was very telling in the first stanza of the match. The Vipers were prepared for this encounter this afternoon, didn't waste any time using the big man to get in there and come in force to tackle the Gurias, and the result is telling at the end on the scoreboard, 28 points to 8.
So here go the Vipers again on the attack through Josiah Babu, and Babu going forward before he's taken backwards by Rodney Pora. who gets some of his own back defensively this afternoon into dummy half. Ruggie back across now to the right to Marabe. Alassane Marabe almost busting him about why they can't put him to deck. He's still going forward. They're hanging off him, and finally he's told to play the football 17 metres away, 5 in grandstand side. Ruggie dummy half back in field now to Lowe. Lowe coming back again towards the grandstand side, and put down a metre short of the line in the end, Gary Lowe. And he'll get up and play the ball quickly into dummy half there for the Vipers. Torato, and Stanley Torato will send the football to the left, and easy try for Enoch Maki. That's his second for the afternoon. That's the ball game. I'd say it's all over. Red Rover, the Vipers are in, the Vipers are home. They will meet the Goroka Lahanis in the final next week of Digicel Cup 2013.
Like I was saying, Mark, it was just simply waiting for that big man to come through. It was very difficult for the Guria defense to meet him, and the result 4 points on the board through Enoch Maki. 2 tries so far in this big match this afternoon, bringing the points tally on the board to Port Moresby Vipers 32 points with the kick to come, and Kokopo Egma Guria on 8 points.
So the conversion tip will be taken from straight in front.
None other than the captain himself for the honours this afternoon. Alassane Marabe will be taking that kick this afternoon.
As we see the crowd here come alive, and there's the try. Easy try in the end. No real effort made defensively from the Gurias, and it was all too easy for Maki as he strolls over for his second 4-pointer of the afternoon. There's a shot of the crowd that's right in front of us. That's the broadcast booth at the back there, and you can see them all Viper supporters, and they're up and happy and having a good time this afternoon. Their team lives to play another week.
Let's see the captain.
Well, there you go. That's why he's not the designated kicker in the team. Right in front, and that's hit the left hand upright, so it's waved away. It didn't matter in the end. It's 32 points to 8. The Stop and Shop NCDC Vipers over the Agmark Gurias of Kokopo. 8 points.
Watch your line, boys.
So we see the Gurias just going through the formalities now to play out the game. They get play underway again through Jackie Marcus, and here go the Vipers straight back up, and you can see the chasers not really eager there, because on the kick return the Vipers have come all the way to 15 away, but it won't matter because there goes the full-time hooter in the background, and it's all over for the Agmark Gurias for 2013. The Stop and Shop Vipers will meet the Bintangor Goroka Lahanis in the final of the 2013 Digicel Cup next week.
Well, Mark, the boys who have come all the way from Kokopo have come to through the Digicel Cup this far. You know, they were the defending champions from last year. They went through the competition, bringing crowds to wherever they performed, and today was no exception in this decider for the grand final berth with the Goroka Lahanis, and the result, the Vipers, who were fired up when they were defeated a fortnight ago in Kokopo, 28 points to 8, have literally turned the tables on the boys from Kokopo this afternoon by excelling in the end, 32 points, holding them scoreless in the second half to Kokopo Egma Gurias on 8.
Yeah, certainly, and the good performance by the Vipers this afternoon. They certainly changed their game plan from when they played in Kokopo, and they've come out victors. It's worked out for this afternoon. The Gurias, on the other hand, were just rather disappointing today. Of all days to have an off day, they picked today, and nothing went right for them out on the paddock as well. So no luck at all going their way, and as such, they bow out of this competition for this year. But otherwise, as you mentioned, a good performance by them throughout the season, and certainly entertainers wherever they played and crowd pleasers.
And Mark, they've also won the hearts of a lot of people, bringing along with them supporters who were initially against them, but at the end finding the style of the game they play. They are a very disciplined side, and congratulations to the management of the Egmark Gurias, Michael Marum as coach, and of course the management team from Egmark, John Nightingale, and
yeah, I mean all the boys behind the play, Mapua Tamtu and Oscar Tonga and Apelius Werlier and the likes, the boys who spend time with this team day in, day out.
of course Kevin Wright has tirelessly ensured that the boys have been trained up. They are a very disciplined side. A lot of money has been spent on them, grooming them, and I'm sure they will learn from their mistakes today and go back and prepare for 2014.
Oh, certainly they will. They're a young side as well. There's a lot of new faces in this side who made their rise into Digicel Cup for this year, so they'll be certainly better players for next season.
That's right, yes. Looking at some of the players, for example, from the Kokopo High School, coming in, I'm sure their development over there in Kokopo has been one of looking for players wherever they are. No player on the team is there for life. His performance is very important on and off the field. And with a coach like Michael Marum, he surely has groomed a team that is the future of Papua New Guinea Rugby League.
Certainly is. All right, look, we'll go for a break and then a quick break, and then we'll come back and wrap up with the full match statistics in just a moment. But once again, before we go, thank you to the National Gaming Control Board who have made this telecast possible this afternoon. We'll take 5 and be back with more. Someone from Baruni. And it's all over here at the Lloyd Robson Oval in Port Moresby, and it certainly is all over for the Agmark Gurias for 2013, Murph. A wonderful match this afternoon. I'm sure the crowd enjoyed the style of football played by both teams, and I don't think it mattered who won in the end, but the Vipers, of course, running out the big victors and turning the tables on the Agmark Gurias and ending their season.
That's right, yes. The Vipers were fired up for this match. As we know, the defending champions were looking forward to defending their championship from last year, but it was not towards the end. 32 points to 8 was the final scoreline. It was a game that was won in the forwards by the Port Moresby Vipers. The boys from Kokopo had no answer to the onslaught that was brought upon them by this determined Port Moresby Vipers side here at the Lloyd Robson Oval this afternoon.
Yeah, they were ably led by their captain, Larson Marabe, who scored a try himself. Enoch Maki picked up 2 tries. Ruggie Jr. a try. Elijah Riong a try. Joshua Bavu a try. So all getting into try action there. And Sebastian Pandya surprised us all. He kicked 4 goals this afternoon, and to further their scoreline by another 8 points as well. So they see the Gurias and good sportsmanship going around the field saying thank you to the crowd here in Port Moresby, and they get a round of applause. Thank you to our supporter up in the box here, Franco. And we'll take a look now at the full-time stats for the game this afternoon. And here they go. There you go. The handling errors are pretty even in the end. The Vipers 12 is against the 11 by the Gurias. The penalties went the Gurias' way, 9-6. There's the tackles, and there's a story in that as well. The Gurias 140 tackles as compared to 115 by the Vipers. And the line breaks. Well, the Vipers 6 line breaks. The Gurias could only break the Vipers line once in the 80 minutes. The kicks in general play 21-17. The Vipers using their breeze advantage in the first half more, and the scrums 11-8 to the Vipers, and there's the final scoreline, 32 points to 8. The Gurias points, their 8 points this afternoon came from a solitary try and a goal from Jackie Marcus, and 2 goals I think from Jackie Marcus as well. So giving them their solitary 8 points for the afternoon. But we see the Vipers now huddled in midfield as the Gurias make their exit towards the far side of the paddock. There's the Vipers in the huddle there, and well, they've still got another big week of preparations to go before they take on the Bintangor Goroka Lahanis next week down here again in Port Moresby.
That is a big match that we're all looking forward to, but I'm sure the management of Kokopo Agmark Guria are satisfied with the team's performance so far, but at the end the best team won, and of course it was the home side here in Port Moresby as their supporters go wild over the team right in front of us of the broadcast box, prevailing at the end 32 points to 8, literally holding the visiting team scoreless in the second half, Mark.
Yeah, the Gurias, the 8 points coming early in the first half, and that was it. The Vipers said thank you, that'll do you for the day, and it was all Vipers from there on end. For the rest of the first half and the whole of the second half.
Yes, they were really fired up for this match this afternoon. So the predictions in the newspapers prior to the game this afternoon was correct from Captain Lasan Marape, confident that the Vipers, despite losing 28-8 a fortnight ago in Kokopo, they would come out the victors at the end to ensure that the defending champions were going to be knocked out, and that's exactly what happened this afternoon.
Yep, and once again we say thank you to the National Gaming Control Board who have looked after us and enabled this telecast this afternoon as we wrap things up here from the Lloyd Robson Oval. Big Murph, thank you very much for your assistance this hour.
Well, happy Father's Day to you, Mark.
You too, I forgot about that.
Yes, I also forgot about that, but Mark, we've got some big broadcasts coming up, the possibles and probable match here in Port Moresby. the Papua New Guinea Rugby Football League has given us the rights, Kundu 2, to broadcast that match on both radio and television. So viewers and listeners right throughout the country, be rest assured that Mark and the team will be back to bring you that possibles and probables match here in Port Moresby, and of course the big ones, the Prime Minister's 13 match in Kokopo, where both countries, Australia and Papua New Guinea, will play. And of course this is all leading up to the selection of the PNG Comos team for the World Cup fixtures that are coming up towards the end of the year. But another thing that is coming your way is that our negotiations to bring the World Cup to you is looking very good. We'll be making some announcements very shortly, so that's something to look forward to.
All right, plenty of rugby league action still to come, and right here on Kundu too. So make sure you tune in, week out, because as Mirth has mentioned, we continue again next week, of course, with the final of the Digicel Cup for 2013, and then the games that he mentioned, the possibles and probables, and then of course the big game between Australia Prime Minister's 13 and the PNG Prime Minister's, and that'll come to us live from Kokopo.
That's right, it'll be live right out of Kokopo's Colorbond Oval, the famous home ground of the Kokopo Egmark Gurias, and televised live right across Papua New Guinea.
All right, as we wrap up here, the two teams now off towards to relax now for the afternoon. The Gurias will relax for the rest of the year now, I'd say. Unless apart from the players who have been selected in the possibles, probables, and of course the ones who will continue with the representative duties. Otherwise, for them, it's the end of the season for Digicel Cup for this year, and they will return again, of course, next year. But on behalf of the full crew who've done a wonderful job again down here at the Lloyd Robinson Oval, we hope that you've enjoyed the telecast this afternoon right around the country, and trust that you will join us again next Sunday as we bring you the final